The juvenile Ceratosaurus spends most of its time in the shrubs, where it can hide. And under the cover of night, the young predator hunts the small critters that also hide here, far away from the larger predators. In the dead of night, the juvenile ceratosaur feasts. Juvenile Ceratosaurus would spend the next few years in these woods growing. For the few juvenile ceratosaurs that survived, once they became large enough, they would come out of hiding in search for larger prey. Most theropod dinosaurs had rapid growth spurts and were very capable hunters at ages as low as 5 to 10 years old. The same goes for our Ceratosaurus that is now reaching the subadult stage in its life. The subadult Ceratosaurus is starting to outgrow the safety of the shrubland and is now ready to venture out into unknown territory. Still making the most out of the abundance of small dinosaurs that litter the forest. During the late Jurassic period, when the Ceratosaurus roamed the now called Morrison Formation, there were several large carnivores all living in the same area. It is theorized that these carnivores serve different ecological niches to avoid direct competition. And maybe Ceratosaurus avoided the competition by being a nocturnal hunter. But that doesn't mean Ceratosaurus didn't also hunt during the day. And Ceratosaurus certainly didn't solely live on small dinosaurs and animals. Early ancestors of the hadrosaurs, like the Camptosaurus, lived during the late Jurassic period and could have been preyed on by Ceratosaurus. This one seems to be injured. It was most likely left behind by a larger herd because it couldn't keep up. Easy pickings for the subadult Ceratosaurus. The late Jurassic period was a time of great change. As the supercontinent Pangaea continued to break apart, the habitats of these Jurassic animals had adapted to began to fade. And with the habitats, so would most of the great Jurassic dinosaurs disappear before the Cretaceous period began. At almost 15 years old, this Ceratosaur is now a full-grown adult, and the nasal horns, along with the striking coloring, have never been more pronounced. The function of the nasal horns has been greatly debated over the years. However, the leading theory so far is that they were brightly colored display structures, rather than tools for combat. An adult Ceratosaurus was a medium-sized theropod and would have been around 5 meters in length and stood at around 1.6 meters tall. However, larger specimens have been estimated at around 7 meters long and 1.8 meters tall. Some evidence suggests that the Ceratosaurus was at least partly a scavenger, eating the remains of dinosaurs that the other, larger predators didn't eat. However, the reign of these Jurassic giants would soon come to an end. During the end of the Jurassic period, a minor extinction event occurred, which greatly changed the fauna that carried on into the Cretaceous period. Many of the Jurassic dinosaurs, such as Allosaurus, Torvosaurus, Stegosaurus and of course Ceratosaurus did not make it very far, or in some cases not at all, into the Cretaceous period, and that was most likely due to changed global conditions, loss of habitat, and competition with other, newer dinosaur species. This marks the end of the reign of the strange but wonderful Ceratosaurus.